One more ayat that we want to mention from the many ayat, 10, 12 ayat. One more ayat that we want to mention shows the importance of what an Imam Ahmed is going to bring in his book, inshallah ta'ala. That is the similar tool of the example that Allah gave. And again, all we're dealing with here is how Al-Islam showed us the universal issue that every Muslim should buy into. This is not something that's peculiar to our religion. Kuffar accept this. This is in the deen, this is in the dunya. You have to build a foundation, a usul. And if your usul are strong, then what's going to be built upon that is going to be strong. And if the usul are weak and faulty, then what's going to be built upon that weak and faulty. That's why he called it usul sunnah, the fundamentals of the sunnah. Those things that you have to have in your religion in order to have a deen that's strong. And not a deen that when the winds of adversity blow, your building is blown down. Your deen is blown away. How many people we know when they're hit with a musibah, catastrophe, because they had a weak deen, they didn't have any asas. She got married, she got divorced. He lost someone that was loved to him. Something happened. It didn't go the way they wanted to go. As soon as the winds of adversity blew, they abandoned the deen. They stopped practicing because they didn't have any asas. How many people do we know today? Different types of fitting come. All kinds of fitna, they come. The person who's not established, any wind of fitna blows, it blows from the east today, he's with them. Blows from the west tomorrow, he's with them. From that way, he's with them. But people who have usul, no matter what the wind does, no matter what fitna is being dealt with, he's established and he can deal with it. The other ayat that we want to show before going on to the authentic sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wa ala alihi wasallam, it's a statement that Allah Ta'ala mentioned in the Quran concerning the tree that he gave the similitude in that tree being firmly established in the earth. Allah Ta'ala mentioned in the Quran in Surah Ibrahim, Alam tara kayfa daraba Allahu mathala kalimatan tayyibatan ka shajaratin tayyiba asluha thabitun wa far'uha fis sama' tu'ti ukalaha kulla hinin bi idhnillah wa yadribu Allahu al-amthala lin-nas la'allahum yatadhakkarun. Tremendous ayat of the Quran. Allah asked the Prophet of Islam sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Ya Muhammad, he asked us, do you not see how Allah has given you an example of the kalima that is tayyibah, the good word? The good word is like the strong tree that is firmly established in the ground. Its roots are firmly established in the ground. It has asas. And its branches reach out to the sky, reach up to the sky. That tree, it gives in every single season its produce. The people benefit from it. Summer, winter, fall, whatever the case is. In spring, it gives its benefit. And Allah Ta'ala gives these examples to the people in the hopes that they would reflect an ayat of the Quran showing the importance of building the asas. The kalima tayyiba, the one that is established, is giving da'wah ilallah. It's your saying, inshallah, masha'Allah. It's learning the Quran, teaching the Quran. It's giving nasiha, lillah. It's telling people, I love you for the sake of Allah. That's the kalima tayyiba. It's saying, Allahu a'lam. It's the kalima tayyiba. It's going to give its fruits in every season. While you're living in the dunya, in the hereafter, while you're in your grave, it's going to give you benefit because it is the kalima that is tayyiba, that's like the shajara that is tayyiba, the good tree that is firmly established. And then he went on to mention the contrast and the opposite of that. وَمَثَلُ كَلِمَةٍ خَبِيثَةٍ كَشَجَرَةٍ خَبِيثَةٍ اجْتُثَّتْ مِنْ فَوْقِ الْأَرْضِ مَا لَهَا مِنْ قَرَارٍ. And the bad word, talking about Allah's religion without any knowledge, saying someone is a kafir and he's not really a kafir, giving fatwa and you're not a mufti, talking about Allah's religion and making fitna and fasad, making ghiba, namima, lying. The bad word is like the bad filthy tree. It is not established on the earth. It's about to fall over. It has no establishment in the earth and it never be stationary. That's another ayat from the many ayat ikhwani that go to show the importance of what having usul will do for an individual. Before we go on and we're finished with those examples, and there are many ayat in this regard, I just wanted to make mention, although the kalima tayyiba is all of what I mentioned, giving da'wah to Allah, saying inshallah, saying mashallah, doing ruqya when you become sick, all of those good things that are the good words. The number one meaning of the kalima at-tayyiba in this ayat is talking about the statement La ilaha illallah, and having the correct aqeedah. Having the correct aqeedah, because that kalima at-tayyiba of La ilaha illallah is going to benefit you in the hereafter. That's the real meaning of the ayat, the number one meaning of the ayat. The proof of that is that after the ayat, Allah Ta'ala mentioned يُثَبِّتُ اللَّهُ الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا بِالْقَوْلِ الثَّابِتِ فِي الْحَيَاةِ الدُّنْيَا وَفِي الْآخِرَةِ. Allah will give the tathbeet and establish those people who believe in the hayat al-dunya and the akhirah. So what's going to happen, as you all know, the two angels will come to the individual and he will ask him, who's your Lord? What's your religion? What did you say about that man who was sent? Sallallahu alayhi wa ala alihi wa sallam. The munafiq, he's going to say, who's your Lord? I don't know. What's your religion? I don't know. What did you have to say about that man who was sent to you? The Prophet said that individual is going to say, I heard the people saying something, so I said something too. I copied the people. I made taqleed. I didn't build any asas in my religion. I just followed. They said this and I said it as well. I didn't really know who he was. The malaika will say to him, Ma darayta wa ma talayta. You didn't read and you didn't come to know. You didn't learn your religion and you didn't come to know. You were a copycat Muslim. You were one of those people who believed in things. You didn't know why you believed in those things. Because you had no asas. No asas in your ibadah. No asas in your aqeedah. No asas in the things that you did and the positions that you took. That's the importance of learning this book. What are the fundamentals of the people of al-hadith, the people of the sunnah? What did the imam bring? And what are those examples? You didn't read, and as a result of that, you didn't know. You didn't comprehend. So don't be blind followers in your religion. In your religion. The person wants to do the Mawlid and Nabawi. Wallahi, if the Mawlid and Nabawi was from the religion, we would be happy to call the people to the Mawlid and Nabawi and we would partake in it. But when we ask the people, why are you doing it? Just bring the dalil, bring the proof. All they're going to say is, my fathers did it, my mothers did it, the people in my group did it, the people in my jama'at. And that's not an asas in the religion. The asas is being able to prove and refer the thing back to the book of Allah and the authentic sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa ala alihi wa sallam. So before moving on to the next point, inshallah, the important point here is usulu sunnah. Usul, the fundamentals of what a person is upon. Knowing the fundamentals, and that's what the book is dealing with. As for the word sunnah has many, many meanings. You have to know who the writer is and what is his background in terms of what the ulama wrote. Was he from the muhaddithin? Was he from the fuqaha? Was he from the usuliyin? You have to know what is the book referring to. This book is the usul of the sunnah. Which sunnah is it talking about? So in general, just for your information, the sunnah, ikhwani, to the ulama of al-Islam, generally speaking, comprises of three things. Comprises of the statements of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, those things that he said. It comprises, secondly, from those things that he did, sallallahu alaihi wa ala alihi wasallam. And thirdly, it comprises of those things that happened in his presence and he allowed it. He gave his tacit approval. He didn't say anything about it. He saw it done. He smiled at it. He saw it done and he just walked away and he didn't say anything about it. Because it was impermissible for something to happen in the Prophet's presence, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and he remained silent about it. He had to say something about anything that was done that was wrong. Anything that was wrong. He had to say, don't do this, don't do that. So the sunnah are those three things. What he said, what was done in his presence and he allowed it. Number three, what he, sallallahu alaihi wa ala alihi wasallam, what he did.